Hi guys, November 12th here. It's Stan's Woodworking Creations. Like I said, it's November 12th. It's getting a little chilly here in South Florida. It's almost Christmas time. I had a lot of PMs on my woodworking site and wanted to know if I would give you a tour of my workshop. Sergio's already seen it, but anyways, a couple of announcements I'd like to make real quick. This will be my first of many videos, I hope. Thank you so much, Dave and Eric Rodham. Thank you so much for your YouTube videos and showing us how to create this hobby. A lot of people would agree that if it wasn't for you, that well, I'd probably still be DJing. But anyways, it's a great hobby. It's kicked off a really good business for me. Thank you, Sergio Masala. I hope I got your last name right. Thank you so much, Serge. Your wonderful Facebook post and your PMs are awesome. Like I said, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be in have my own like page on Facebook, which again is Stan's Woodworking Creations. Anyways, Chris Caudillo. I hope that's right. Also, a lot of last names I can't pronounce. Anyways, thank you again, Davey Borch. Happy Veterans Day, man. Thank you for your wonderful pictures that you have of you and your daughter and working in your wood shop and working on your Christmas project that you've messaged me with. I'm not going to tell everybody what it is because it's a secret. So anyways, it's a great project. You're doing a really good job. John Ward and Scott Odom, also thank you for your Facebook post. All of you guys really tend to make my day. My shop is my home. It's my home away from home. It's my man cave. It's my everything. So I'm going to show it to you today. So I hope you guys like it. And hopefully I'll bring you more. I'd really like to see Eric's shop there, and I don't know what you closed the Oatman shop, so wherever you're at now. And Sergio, got to see your shop, man. So, anyways, I'm going to take about 15 minutes, real quick, and I'll show you the shop. Here we go. First off, this is my Black & Decker router table. It's a great router table. I have a roundover bit on it now. This is a really good rigid featherboard, magnetic. If you guys have a chance to get one, I got mine on clearance over at Lowe's, I believe, for like $10. It works great. I have a lot of routers. This is a one-horse Craftsman. I have a whole bottom table full. This is one of my smaller toolboxes. I keep the stuff that I need to use a lot right there. This is 1 horsepower, or well, how many horsepower is this? This is huge. This is a compressor that I use. I don't use it very often. I just use it for the air part, but it works. This is, I did this in a trade, so I don't think I paid very much for it. It's a Craftsman 10-inch table. It came to me pretty tore up, a lot of elbow grease. You'll see a lot of antique tools because I have a lot of them. This great miter gauge. If you guys run across this miter gauge come from a Shopsmith Mark V, and it was really rusted when I got it. But the neat thing about it, it's got a trigger grip on it. And I seen in one router group they didn't know what it was, who the maker was. But it's made by Shopsmith, and comes from it's a miter gauge for a Mark V. But if you run across them, man, they're beautiful to have. Let's see. I've got some of my safety equipment here. Always got to have that first aid kit in case I cut my fingers off. Up here is some of the books that I have, woodworking books. My radio, when you see photos of me at night, I'm probably playing my radio. This is an intercom from my house. If my wife needs to scream at me, she can probably do it through the one that inside. So these are some of the signs that I have. These were some of the first signs that I made. Not this. This is recent, but this is like my screw up wall. So if I screwed up some signs, I nail it to the wall. It's just a reminder that I need to work hard. This was my very first sign after I watched some of the videos that Dave and Eric put out, and I went and tried it for myself and went, holy cow, I can do this. So that is one of the very first signs that I made. And here's one that I really liked. I didn't really screw it up. I just put it on the wall because I liked it. Here was one of my, I think maybe about the 5th sign I made. As you can see, I had a depth problem. I had just gotten his letters in the mail, and I couldn't figure out the depth problem. That plagued me for a long time until I figured out the depth that I should take my router, and then after that everything came easy for me. Here's another one. Again, I had the depth problem, and here's a stable plate that I made. As you can see, here is a stable plate that I sell on my Facebook site. But as you can see here, oh, let me show you here. I've gone to a bigger size. Let me move this out of the way. I've gone to a bigger size for the value of it, and I'm trying to come up with a standard stable plate that really looks nice. So we've gotten it bigger. So anyways, down here is some of my wood that I have. Drawers. Here's a hammer that I milled, that I made at work. I believe I made that no, I didn't make this at work. I made this at home. It's made out of cypress, I believe, or walnut. The patterns that I get from Steve Good, on Steve Good's site, you put 3M glue on it, and then you put clear like this. I use this packing tape here to put on top, and after you cut it with the scroll saw, you can use a really good heat gun like this. This is an industrial heat gun. You probably don't need to go overkill, but it peels right off. Anyways, let's get going here. I saw this, I believe, on Steve Good's site, if not another site Sergio had talked about. These are really good Flying Dutchman. That's the only kind I started buying really cheap blades, and they didn't work. Sergio told me to go to this Flying Dutchman when I first got into scroll sawing, and man, it cuts like butter. So I actually made this for my scroll saw blades. I started using spiral blades the first time I bought them, so I got used to them. And then they wanted me to use, the guys on the site told me to use, I think Sergio uses reverse tooth blades number 5, and it just didn't work for me. Honestly, it didn't, but the spirals work really good. These letters here I get from Eric's website, his sign site. These are, you clean these up with gasoline when they build up. Just put them in a mason jar and they'll clean right up. Excellent letters. If you have a chance to buy the whole set, buy it. It's worth it. On again, this is where I keep the sandpaper area. It's a little cluttered. I think Chris uses these paints. Really, really good paints. They really look nice on our signs, and then you clear coat them, and wow, they really, thank you, Chris. I think they're like 99 cents at Walmart. This is my old Kennedy box that my father had. A lot of you know that I'm a machinist. This is some that I make. This is a 1/4-inch high rock. It is very good for cleanups. If you have a chance to get one of these, to go to a tool company that makes M.A. Ford tools, please pick this up. It is a 1/4-inch high rock. Really good, really good. This is the one that I use the most. This is a rigid router. As you can see, it's a palm router, but I installed Black & Decker handles on it. We got creative, so I seen a YouTube video of, I believe, Eric again and Dave. I think Dave was installing handles on his, so I said, oh, I can do that, so I did that too. And also, this is one of his creations here. This is one of his routers that you can get through his site. I think it's a 60 degree, I believe. You can get through his site, and you can also get this through Eric's site. Let me find it. I'm going to pop this because I take them to work and I sharpen them. There you go. You can get that through him also, just like butter. His router or bits are, and take it from me working in the tool company. His router bits are great. And you can get it through him. These are some of my antique tools that I've started to restore. Some are my father's, some are my grandfather's. Saws, I've got hand drills, chisels, hand planes there. There's another set of saws. This is a my neighbor passed away. And before he passed away, he gave me this drill press, so I've held on to it, and I cleaned it up, and I use it just about every day. So I thank him for that. This is the scroll saw that I use. It's not a fancy one. It's a 16-inch Craftsman. I use this protractor. I actually got this from Steve Good's site. Great site, by the way. I can't say enough. It's actually an aquarium pump, the air. The new DeWalt's have their own bladders and bellows. I actually use an aquarium pump hooked up to that, so it works for me. These are, if you haven't had a chance to get these are bench cookies, bench dogs. Great, very, very, very great. It keeps the let me show you here. If I take two and you're working, it really keeps it from sliding. So if you have a chance to get them, they're not expensive. You can look them up on YouTube. Yeah, eBay sells them. I think Lowe's sells them also. Here's some of my routers. I use Porta Cable and Craftsman. There's my biggest router there that I have. I have a lot of routers. Palm sanders. I have belt sanders, Porta Cable belt sanders. This is just like maybe a quarter of the tools that I have. Let's see. Oh, there's a sign that I made. It's for sale. If some of you guys would like to buy that, it's $29.99. Get with me, and I can also make you another one. Here's some of my paints that I use. The signed standard paint right there. If you don't know what paint to use when you're routing out your signs, that is it right there. If it comes out spraying like in chunks, put it in the refrigerator. Let's see here. I don't mean to make you dizzy. Let's go in my second room here. I'm gonna open up the door. Alrighty, this is my painting rack. I paint all my signs there. I put it on there like this and just spray it right there. That works for me. Eric and Dave talked about how they needed a drying room because of sometimes the inclement weather. Well, I live in South Florida, and it gets rainy, and so I made this one. Let me open it up here and show you. I made this drying rack. It's a really big overkill drying rack, but it works for me, and I'm just about ready to install the lights on it. Let's see what else. Miss Taylor, your stuff is ready, by the way. And Allison, I gotta finish your name. I apologize. These, when you go to scroll these out, and Sergio gave me this idea. When you scroll these, this is birch ply. When you go to cut these, use lemon oil. Dip it in lemon oil and let it sit overnight, and then you can clear coat it. This is where I keep my lemon oil, so I dip it in there, and sometimes I shake it up, whatever. I'm a machinist, so I have a lot of fractional decimal equivalent charts on my walls. This is my tool board. I know it looks clean and all that. I like to keep it that way. I'm a clean kind of guy when it comes to my shop. I'm organized. I try to be organized. Sometimes it don't work that way. It's not like I have OCD. I work here every day in this shop, so I try to keep it as clean as possible. This is all this stuff I made myself over time. This is a 1950s vise that I actually, when I got it, it was completely rusted. And I got that from Goodwill, by the way, Sergio, right there, that Delta grinder. I think I paid $3 for that Delta grinder. And I keep a lot of Mountain Dew, as you can see in the fridge. My children, they find all my stuff and they drink it. So I can never keep this stuff. I'm surprised it's been in here for 2 days now, and I'm surprised it's still there. So yes, I have a refrigerator in my shop. Well, that's about it. I hope you guys really liked my shop. Thanks for coming. Thanks for looking at my YouTube videos. Once again, you can catch me at on Facebook at Stan's Woodworking Creations, and I'm really trying to get it off the ground. And once again, thank you guys so much for your PMs and your Facebook posts. I love each and every one of you. God bless, and see you till next time. Bye bye.